Well, hi, friends. Chris Kelly here. Hey, end of the week, time to look at stats, talk a little bit about what's going on in the wide world of real estate. And there's actually a bit going on. Let's minimize me and look at the list. Look at this week's chart. Um, you know, listings are up a little bit. Certainly there's more of them, not dramatically, but more of them than this time last year. And pending sales are relatively the same, but solds are down. And I'm talking this year versus this time last year. This time last year we had a little bit of an interest rate dip and a surge in the market the first month or two. So it was pretty strong. The marketplace had a little blip of strength. I got to say, all in all, when you look at the pace of the market, which is this set of numbers here, average and median days on the market, the median sales price is by and large holding, if not coming up a little bit. It'll come down for a week or two and come up for a week or two, but by and large, it's been holding. The pace of the market, it's slowing really slightly. I mean, there's nothing dramatic week over week. And this has been slowly gradually slowing rather, for the past, few months, really. But nothing inappropriate. And it actually, as a guy that's in the market and practicing every day, it kind of feels nice. I mean, on the selling side of things, when I'm helping sellers, we can talk about the market and what's going to happen and actually have price reduction conversations. We're going to start here, and here's what a pricing strategy should look like. On the buyer side, by and large, we don't have to make a decision in 8 minutes. That said, and this is a conversation that we have with both sellers and buyers. I've probably said it before, but you have that, is the house a 1 or a 10, on a 10 scale conversation. And I got to tell you, I'm seeing a lot of this play out right now. People go, well, the market feels slower. Well, in some ways it is, right? Numerically, that number shows that the pace of it is very gradually slowing. But here's the thing. Houses that are 8s through 10s on a 10 scale, they're still moving. And they're still moving at a good pace. And actually, that's happening, relatively speaking, that's happening throughout the price ranges. So, a $400,000 house that's in great shape, selling pretty fast. A $1.5 million house that's in great shape in a perfect location, relatively speaking, it's selling at a decent clip. But there's a lot of houses that, again, relative to where they are in their price point, aren't 8s through 10s. And that's where you see the more dramatic shift in the pace of the market. It shows up depending on where a house is on a 1 to 10 scale. It really does. And we're seeing that. I got to say, as a team, we are incredibly busy right now with pending transactions. People are raising their hands saying we're ready to go, and they're putting their houses on the market, and we're getting them pending, and we're finding them a different place. So I mean, there's a lot going on, and really what that speaks to, people are going to get on with their lives regardless. Interest rates have been kind of holding. They came back up a little bit. They're still, they've been, plus or minus 7, sometimes above, sometimes below. But I still firmly believe that we'll see a gradual trending downward. I've said I question whether it will happen as fast as some of the more optimistic folks that I listen to think it will. I mean, I hope they're right. I'd love to be wrong, but I think it's just going to be a really gradual trending downward where interest rates are concerned. But you know what? There's a little bit more inventory to choose from, a little, and the pace of the market slowed a little. really, as a guy that's been around this a long time, it feels like a more normal market usually feels. Um, and again, I always kind of pivot back to 2019 and what the pace of the market was. Well, gosh, it's not dramatically different than it was then now. I mean, 10 days on the market difference is not a giant difference. Pricing from then to now, I mean, that's, that's 5 years. So pricing hasn't, I mean, it's changed, but it hasn't changed dramatically in the last 2 years. It's been fairly not flat, but fairly close to it. So, all in all, it's just not a bad time to be doing whatever you're going to do. There's good choices in the market, and to be honest, that whole interest rate conversation, if you like, if it's the time is right to do something, and you find something that makes good sense for you in the way of housing or a move, the interest rate can always change. In other words, there's a thing called a refinance. So, I mean, if you buy something today and rates, end up starting with a 4 at some future time in the market, well, obviously you're going to refinance into a better rate. That's what people did in mass when rates plummeted down into the 3s and even into the 2s. And that'll happen again. All these folks that bought now in the 6s and even then the 7s will refinance down into the, when they start getting into the lower half of the 5s and into the 4s, and that will happen. So anyway, I feel good about it all in all. I really do. And like I said, my team and I are seeing the results of people raising their hand, saying we're ready, making a decision. So, don't believe for a second that the market is dead, because it's not. There's a quote. I'll probably put it up on my email or social media, wherever you're going to see this. What does it say? What we see depends mainly on what we look for, and it's simple but very profound. We're looking for opportunity for our clients. We're looking to help them get from where they are to where they need to be. And there's always opportunity in the market. I don't care what the market's doing. There always is. Sometimes you just got to look at it differently. I'm not trying to oversimplify, but that's the truth. So all that said, I want you to know that we're here for you. So if you have questions, if you're looking for where's the opportunity in whatever your circumstances are, we're here to help you make those decisions and give you whatever input you need in order to make those decisions. So don't be afraid to reach out with questions. Happy to help. And as I always say, till the next time.